This week on Dateline Schools, we're talking about school sports and hoping to get them back on the field when school resumes this fall. And to tell us more about it and what it's going to take to get our athletes back on the field, my special guest all this week is the Assistant Director for the Michigan High School Athletic Association, Brent Rice. And Brent, one of the things we haven't talked about getting back on the field are those men and women that are in the black and white stripes, or blue if you're on the baseball field type of thing. How important are these folks, and what are you doing to help them so they're comfortable to be back on the field with the kids?
Yeah, so obviously officials are very important to the ability for kids to participate in school sports. And overall, officials have been tremendously supportive during these kind of difficult times. Uh, Folks have to understand that while there's some good side money in sports, the vast majority of these officials that they see in gyms or on the fields, it's just a hobby or an avocation for them. They certainly are not doing this for the money. So we know that with them officiating primarily to get back to their communities, we've included those officials in the equation for all the decisions we've made. In fact, we're going to be putting out a guideline prepared just for officials, and it will be released along with the guidelines for return to play provided to our sports administrators and coaches.
I know one of the things you emphasize for officials is the mechanics, the things that we do on the field and how we do that. You're looking at changing some of the protocol for that, just in handling the ball and in those kind of things?
Yeah, we'll certainly look at all of those options, and we're discussing them and really trying to use what is considered best practices. And as folks are probably aware, sometimes that changes from week to week or even day to day. And so we're really trying to get the most recent or most up-to-date information and really apply that to everybody involved.
Okay. And right now, too, I know there's a big need to get officials. What do you say to people say, yeah, I don't know if I want to get into that or not? What do you tell them?
Well, we definitely need officials to conduct school sports, and there's a variety of reasons why our registration numbers have fallen over the last decade. But one thing that we see pretty clearly is that when the economy is trending well, our numbers tend to go down. And when the economy is a little tougher, maybe because they need some supplemental income, our numbers tend to go up. So, that's one area. But the number one reason why officials give for leaving is the behavior and conduct of adults in the league. It's those coaches and spectators. And, I think it's really important that, especially in the times that we find ourselves, that parents and fans realize it's not the actual wins and losses that matter, but rather kind of the lessons that are learned through those wins and losses. Officials are there to make contests safe and fair. And, at a time when we have to prioritize what's important, I hope that parents and coaches would consider this when they're at the game.
More tomorrow. For Dateline Schools, I'm Terry Harrington.